Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Viktor, and I'll be facing off against the Grand Heist adventure. It's probably going to be my last clear of this adventure. By the time this video goes up, the new update will probably be out, and with it a new campaign to play through. Let's make this run count. I'm running just the Viktor relic plus condenser because I feel like duplicating a high value unit a bunch of times might be the best way to win this adventure, and in case that plan doesn't work out, I guess I'll just duplicate very good spells after turn 6. Hopefully my plans work out, otherwise I guess I'll lose. Varus, Callista, or Jack. Jack gives us some ways to create created cards. Callista is a decent attacker, and it can generate a bit of value, but Hunter's Machete is not that great of a item to have on her, because you can't proc her level up effect twice in a round, and the scout would only buff up the opponent's units. Varus could be good if I could get some cultists during the draft, but those are not guaranteed. So let's reroll. I want individually good champions. Action is interesting. I can go for action turn 1. And thanks to Viktor's powers, we do get a hex score per turn, so we are targeting my own units. But Ezreal generates created cards. Although casting the created spells from the Ezreal is a bit more awkward because they cost 2. I think Unbest is out of the question. So it's between Action and Ezreal, and I feel like Action might just have the edge over the Ezreal. Bouncing Blades and Stable Inventory Raiding Party. Bouncing Blades would be great to level up Viktor, but no way I'm passing up in Stable Inventory. Random items are always good, especially since they buffed up the kind of items that you can get on your units. Defective Swap Bot. That's very tempting. You can do some fun shenanigans with it. Replace the stats of the unit that gets buffed up by the opponent's power. Yeah, let's pick it up. Twisted Fate with Immortal. Nah. Merciless Hunter, Xenotype Researcher. Merciless Hunter is an interesting choice, I'll pick it. Lonely Poro or Ruthless Predator. Or Profiteer. I'll pick up the Lonely Poro. It's a cheap unit, and I could use some of those to survive the early game. All of these are terrible. I definitely need some more valuable spells. That's the opposite of a spell, that's a landmark, that's not the greatest. Exhaust is fine, I suppose. Now I'm regretting not picking up Ezreal, because Mystic Shots with Brainworm would be very good. All of these are pretty bad. Augmented Clockling, I suppose. Payday. Yeah, sure, Payday is alright. Anchor, Time Trick, or Back-Alley Barkeep. Back-Alley Barkeep is good to duplicate a bunch of times with Viktor, but our curve is skewed quite heavily towards the 4s. It could be nice to have some earlier gameplays. Create a 2 new cost spell in hand, reduce its cost by 20, grant it fleeting. That helps level up Viktor. Do I try to make Bakali Barkeep work? I will. What's the worst that can happen? Right? I even have the unstable inventory, so there's a chance that I'll get discounts on my cards. Do I keep the Viktor? Yeah, I'll keep the Viktor mostly because I want to draw into the action from our Hero's Welcome. There's our boy. I'm just going to immediately capture the opponent's unit. Make it so we can't really buff up his units. Let's drop down the Lonely Poro. Start working towards both action and Viktor's level up. I'll pass. I don't need to attack. I have time on my side, I think. Let's... First, I'm going to Payday. It would be nice if the opponent would let me play the Lucky Find on the Protoporo. Okay, good. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I can properly block both of those units with the Poros. The problem is that Sand Soldier specifically is going to deal a bunch of damage to my face. I'll heal it up, it's only 13 damage. And slowly but surely we're working towards leveling up the Viktor. I should have attacked with action, my bad. It's going to be fine though. None of the opponent's units got buffed up. In fact, I can actually level up Viktor here. There goes my Poro, I guess. I don't need him. Let's drop down the augmented clockling. Let's get the Bakali Barkeep for the sake of value. We level up both Action and Viktor here actually.
Fixing the world one scoundrel at a time.
Let's Relic of Power. Draw one. Payday. Okay.
What was theirs is now ours.
Let's go for the Emperor's Guard. Keep cycling through our deck. Keep buffing up all of my units. Quick attack on the Viktor is perfect. Now we can just attack with everything. And actually duplicate something. It's only followers, right? No, it's a copy of my supported ally actually. That means I can copy action if I wanted to. Which I do because I'm pretty sure action's champion spell is the strike one, right? Yes, it is. Perfect. And it's a cheap version of it too. Now the opponent has no board, and next turn I'm going to be able to grappling hook whatever he plays. Okay. Sure. Might even be able to close out the game with sheer spell casts. The fact that we have Spellburn is very good to close out games quickly. Or close out games through burning the opponent down. Let's give it tough to Viktor. We're just going to shield off the sentinels to protect my champions.
The sun disk has risen, and with it dream. His blessing is light, his anger death.
We go ahead and buff up everything we have. And next turn, we just close out the game with an open attack. Perfect. It appears I won't struggle with value if this game is anything to go by. Really? I guess the opponent just accepted his death. Oh right, he couldn't block Viktor as brash and action elusive. Never mind, he didn't accept his death. He just couldn't do anything about it. Still lost a bit of health here, but we have 12 regen, we'll be fine. Moon Silver. Nah. I want spells. That's a spell, but it's a bit too awkward to play it. I guess we're picking up the equipment then. So, shop, spells chest, or healer. I'm going for the healer. I know exactly what to cut here. The Vakoran Safecracker is a bit too slow for my taste. I think I can do better. And it's a 4, which is a slot or a mana cost that already has a lot of cards, at least for this deck. Okay, this is a bit better. The opponent gets, yeah, Kahiri the student. I can go action right away. Yeah, I'll go for the action right away. And action gets captured immediately. Annoying. You know what? I was going to attack right away with the Poro, but because he got lifesteal, I'm inclined to just keep him around. Because the longer this Poro stays around, the bigger he'll get. And the bigger this Poro gets, the more he heals, which will allow us to just sustain through whatever the opponent throws at us. We just do this. We value trade into both of the aspiring chronomancers. Set up so that the next turn when action gets released, I can level him up.
Fixing the world one scoundrel at a time.
Ooh, Viktor even got lifesteal as well. Well then, I guess there's no point in keeping the Poro around then. I'm just going to copy the action with the Viktor when I attack here, just in case he summons something large. Ooh, Viktor got the... what's it called? Bonded Bucklers this game, right? Now he can share his keywords with whatever he is supporting. That's massive.
Everyone should have a grappling hook.
Seconds too late.
And there goes my action yet again. A bit annoying of the opponent. He keeps getting rid of my actions.
Even I'm telling you to wait. You're all impossible.
I'll be fine. I have the healing from my lifesteal units. I'm pretty sure next turn I can just open attack and close out the game. Let's go for the sentinels. Shield of the sentinels to attack my Viktor. Wait, can I actually close out the game here? Yes, I can. Never mind, I don't have to wait for the next turn. This spell burn just ends things for me. Now it's just... Wait, do I want action here? I was considering going for the Twisted Fate, but maybe action is better. 5 mana Kelp Maidens. Nah, Armed Acquisition might be better. The simple fact that it gives us flexibility with our cards is the thing that gives it this slight edge. No. All these are pretty bad. I guess Iterative Improvement is okay-ish. Our power... Follow the wind. I don't need it. Mountain Speak. Mountain Speak is bait, right? Mountain Speak is bait. The opponent benefits way more than I do from it. Do I want to reroll the Mountain Speak? No. Let's not reroll that. Do I want the Iterative Improvement? I can get copies of the opponent's followers. That might be useful. Sometimes. Nah, let's leave.
Impeccable taste,
Let's
my
go for
friend.
the action as well. Now we don't even have to try and mulligan for him. We can just ensure he gets added to our hand at the start of the game. Let's toss that one. Keep everything else. Let's try to keep action alive here. Because I'm going to drop down action. He captures that big M Tycoon. And I definitely don't want the opponent to go ahead and get the big M Tycoon back, because otherwise I'll have to deal with double statted units that were transformed. Do I go Viktor? I'll go Viktor. The earlier we can get the Hex score upgrades going, the better it is for us. Yeah, do it. Attack into me. That's kind of what I wanted. I can do this. And this. Then I can debuff the opponent's unit and Viktor survives. I still have to take the 13 though. But it's better than dying or trading in the action. And next turn I can target something with the Darkin Spear, which will massively increase its stats. I'll do it on the action. Viktor is not that important.
When you've got balloons. Fixing the world.
I mean, Viktor is still important, but action is more important because I want to attack with it. Payday? Yeah, let's go for the payday. Yeah, let's pull that shadow in the brush. I don't want to find out what it is. The next turn I can actually level up or go for the Warlord Sword here, I think, because since all of my spells get doubled up, I get a bunch of paydays, or what's it called? The lucky finds from the payday. In fact, I only need one. Yeah, Warlord Sword has already been procced. Just like that. But I could go for the cost reduction instead of the spell shield. But my hand is too full for that. That's the unfortunate part. I'll just make do with the spell shield and the buff. Golden Herald, it gives us a full board of blockers, but I don't need it. I'll just do this here. Kill that unit. The opponent has a bunch of mana, but there's no way that's enough to cause a severe dent in my health bar. Now, whatever one of the opponents instead gets massively buffed, but fortunately I have outs to that. In fact, I can just do this. I'm going to double up on the action. Yep. And I'm just going to attack with a massive board like this. 200 damage coming your way, opponent. Yeah, poor guy can't deal with it. Game over then. Ooh, and I would even rally. Multiple times, in fact. Cool. Yeah, I think we have this run in the bag. Well, now that I think about it, maybe not, because the Ezreal does have quite a lot of removal in this deck. So I might be in for a bad time, because he can easily kill my Ezreal or my action. Card cutting. What do I cut? I've not really been using the back alley barkeep. Merciless Hunter is interesting. I haven't been reusing the Mystic Shot either. But I feel like the most awkward card here is the Darkin Spear, because it doesn't really contribute towards my game plan. It does work towards actions level up, but that's not nearly enough. Okay, so I'm actually going to keep the defective swap bot. I'm going to toss Viktor back in with alongside everything else. The defective swap bot is going to be useful once I can, once the opponent starts getting massive units. This first one is not that big of a deal, though. I can just capture it with action. Or I can get it captured by the ephemeral action. That works as well. So it's not really what I wanted. The opponent has a very strong start. Going ahead and getting a Damien? Is that this thing's name? A Damien from his randomly generated landmarks.
Villains beware.
Sure, I'll attack like so. It's going to give him back the the clock hand, which is unfortunate, but it's not like I had other options. At least I can swap the clock hand stats with the effective swap pots, makes it a little bit more manageable. And it also allows me to go like so. I don't think the opponent has damage based removal, so I'll just go ahead and do this. Leave the action at 1 health. He's going to get his full health back because he has regeneration, so he's going to be fine. I take 8 health, 8 damage to my health, but it's fine. You know what? Sure, let's get the Barkali Barkeep. This might be a game where he actually gets some value in. But I do need to clear my board if I want to be able to play cards in order to proc the vault. Ooh, Exalted Power with lifesteal. Definitely want to keep this little guy around. Pull here. Hope the opponent decides. No. Yeah, I'll trade the Poro in. I'm not that desperate for the health. At least I don't think I am. Now let's see. Let's go for a 1 first. Another one. Okay, another one it is. And a 3. I'll hold off on the 3. 0. Well, that's easy. This is a 0. A 1. It would be better to go for the 1 if the opponent attacked. But sure, I'm not desperate for the value. 2. 2 is fine. I'll just do this, clear out the opponent's unit, get the 2, and the 0. Well, I can't go for a 0 this turn. Actually, no, I can go for the 0 by going for the payday. Let's go for it then. Ooh, another 0. Let's see how the thing gets rolled. A4. Well, I can't go for a4 this turn. So I guess we'll just wait for the next turn before we keep going on the vault. Two. We can do 2. Just like that, the game's over. 3. I can do 3. Yeah, let's attack. Like so. Let the opponent trade in. So we can have more board space for our units. This is a 3. And now we need a 0, of course, after I just used my 0. How annoying. And there's no way to get another 0. Never mind, we won't close out the game that turn. 6. But I don't have a 6. Why is it giving me mana cost that I can play? I thought it was supposed to always give you something that you could play. Maybe I was mistaken then. Fine. We can just do this, close out, clear out that unit. My action now has lifesteal, so it's not like I'm
Justice was fun.
under any threat of dying through damage. Go ahead, opponent, attack into me, I dare you. Nothing. Okay then, I'll take the pass. You have just given me an easier victory. 3.
Ooh, like that.
Just like that.
Vengeance with a smile.
That went a bit better than I anticipated. I figured we would have to put more work into playing the cards that the vault needed to be opened. But I was wrong. Earthy reactions or spirit. Well, let's reroll once here. Excavator's charge. You know what? That might actually be relevant with the amount of cards I'm playing. Boarding party, little buddies, fixer, upper. Let's reroll. I think I can do better. Sorcery. Okay, that's... yeah, let's pick up the sorcery. Now I can go for even more spellcasts. In fact, I'll be highly incentivized to go for spellcasts. Merciless Hunters? Nah. I'll keep one Mystic Shot. I am going to be able to go for it for basically free every turn. Wait, why are the Mystic Shots one? Oh, they got mana potion on them. Lucky us.
Good people don't look the other way.
Yeah, sure.
Look at this.
Rock Hopper. That's fine. Just going to payday here.
Too slow, stupid.
Let's keep buffing up my units. Overwhelm is fine as a keyword. I'll use this at slow speed to give priority back to the opponent. Let him spend all of that mana before I go for an attack.
In and out.
Just like so. Yeah, I figured he would do that. Now I have mana to do this in response. Ensure that his unit dies. Next turn I can go Viktor. Draw.
Stands beneath me and winds behind me.
I'm not even bothered by the fact that Viktor is going to be hit with vulnerable. I'm pretty sure I can protect him. Or not. Because the opponent went ahead and got Ruin Runner. Actually no. The buffs are enough. Never mind. Perfect. Both of my units survive. His don't. I get to go ahead and
One scoundrel
level
at a
up action. In fact, I can level up Viktor alongside him.
Must improve. We must evolve. Energy core upgraded. Another brilliant design.
Let's relic of power for cards. You know what? Let's get some Bakali barkeeps going.
refreshment from across Runeterra.
Messenger Sigil. That's okay-ish. Could be better. $33 damage to the opponent.
Last Azra May buys me a new sail.
use Lonely Poro because we have spare mana.
So stupid.
They've never seen a contraption like this before.
Really?
If it's made of sand, I can write.
The opponent's playing a lot of units, but none of them are really that much of a threat. I'm even going to use the action I have in hand for this, just to free up my hand space for better cards in the future. Okay, that's annoying. Can you not kill my units, please, or obliterate them? Damn, Viktor didn't get spell shield. Maybe action will get it. Okay, action didn't get spell shield. And I even had the sentinel sword in hand to protect them. That's annoying. Well, now I'll just draw 2, hope for the best. Let's fish for more. Not exactly what I would like, but sure. There's an action. That's great. We only take 2 damage as well. That means we're going to go into the next encounter with full health anyway, which is perfect for us. Let's get the Bakali Barkeep going as well. Shape of Fear. It targets my own units, so I am going to do it here. Just going to try and get through a bunch of cards to buff up my board as much as possible, so I can try to go for lethal next turn. Overwhelm this round. Okay, I'll save it then. I'll give Overwhelm to the Poro probably. Actually, I'll play Viktor first. Duplicate the spellcasts that I'll be doing. He really doesn't like this Vacorum Vagabond specifically. But I don't think that you should be worried about the Vacorum Vagabond opponent. You have bigger concerns here. Let's go ahead and exhaust this one. And now game over. Hopefully. Yes, it was. And I even go into the next fight with full health because of Viktor's lifesteal. Well, I still would have had a regen, but still. The fact that we completely heal back up to full during the encounter just adds insult to injury to the opponent's defeat. There's no way that I'm going to pass up another item on the Mystic Shot. Mystic Shot is an incredible card. Domination or Hold Them Off? Hold Them Off is better. We don't really benefit from the extra attacks off of the Domination, even though Domination is absolutely an incredible power, and in any other adventure I would definitely choose it over other options. Ooh, a very cheap Viktor. Yeah, I'll play it. Ooh, and a very cheap Vacorum Vagabond as well. No way I'm passing that up.
We'll see which one of us is stronger, Akshan.
Have we...
Let's go ahead and give keywords to the Viktor. The fact that I got this many discounts on cards is incredible. It allows me to go for a very aggressive first turn. Let's see if I get lucky with the mystic shots. I didn't. I guess I'm no Ezreal to just go ahead and get a billion procs off of the doubling dice like he did last time.
Cool eye back.
I twist off against him.
I mean, shut up and fight!
Fixing the world one scoundrel at a time.
Immediate level up on the action. Let's go for more spell casts.
Materials, no improvements. Embrace a new vision of progress.
We draw one. Sure, Bakali Barkeep is fine. Gives us more value. I'm going to pass priority to the opponent. I'm not really worried about anything of what he's doing.
Take your poison.
By this point I have everything under control. Oh, he actually got a Dune Swallower. But he's not going to attack with it. I guess he's too much of a coward to do so. We haven't even reached 6 mana. But I still think this is the correct choice. I can just close out the game like so. I'll go for the payday before the attack. Just to try and get as much damage through as possible. And I suppose I'll go for a spell shield on my champions as well. Make sure they're nice and protected.
Out of my way!
Ooh, that's not enough to achieve victory. Maybe if I get lucky with the mystic shots. No doubling dice mystic shot for me, I guess. I'm really getting unlucky with them. Let's draw. This is the best time to go for that card. Mostly because I know that if I went for it the next turn, I would overdraw a billion cards. I'm really getting nothing off of the doubling dice. That's incredibly annoying.
I was born in Belvedere.
Well, I might just be able to close out the game off of spellcasts with the spell burn. Let's try to go ahead and do that. I can go double Sentinel Sword Font of Power to go to a full hand. Let's double up on Viktor's Death Ray. I need more spells. Let's see if I can hit a spell off of the... Actually no, I can just do this for one spell first. Then I'll try to go for spells off of the Augmented Clockling. That can't really target my units. The middle card is covered, but I'm pretty sure it's a unit as well, so I can't go for it. Oh, lucky. That's exactly what I needed to do this.
Everyone should have a grappling hook.
I could have gone for the exhaust first. Well, let's see if I could hit something off of the Bakali Barkeep. Well, I won't make use of the luge, but it's enough to close out the game. Perfect. I could have just let Ipon pass priority back to me and attacked, but it's not about just winning. It's about having fun too, and I had a lot of fun burning the opponent to death with Spellburn. Immortal Bakali Barkeep. Can I even handle that much value? I'm not sure, but I'll try. Let's go for the shop. Ooh, go hard could be very fun. Duplicating go hard a bunch of times with Viktor. But I think that's too much of a pipe dream. Yeah, this is a bit more reasonable. Now I can go for more big spells, or I can get rid of most of the spells I generate easier. An ally strikes the strongest and weakest enemies one after the other. Normally I would say this is bad, but with the amount of, you know, spell mana and mana cheating that I have access to, I think that's going to be fine. And for our card cut, it might be time to part ways with the Armed Acquisitioner. I don't think I've played him a single time. How many cards do I have in deck? 32. It's a bit under the average. I already have a decent turn 1 play. I'll cut the Armed Acquisitioner. I mean, what would I even make use of from the spells he gives me? I have Destroy Landmark, which isn't useful against Ezreal. The Silence could be fine, but it's a bit iffy. And Heal for 2, it's not going to be relevant against the amount of burn Ezreal is going to put out. And I don't even remember the other option. So yeah, this was probably for the best.
Gods and men end with me.
Good thing I let the opponent play something first. Now I get to capture something with the action. The opponent is going for some very scary stuff. A very scary first turn. I'm just going to let him do whatever. Next turn I'll defective swap pot into the Sanctum Conservator. Actually no. It went ahead and got its power reduced. Really? You'd rather deal 6 to my face than 6 to the action. Well, I suppose it makes it a bit more awkward for me to block with action, but with the buffs from the pack score I should be fine. Victor if Scout. Not exactly what I wanted. It's going to be fine though. Do I want to Mystic Shot something down? Not really. Actually, I'll do this. This way it's better because action can regenerate itself. Victor can't, at least not yet. If I pass the turn, I'll pass the turn. I'll keep this Victor in hand, just in case something bad happens. Now I can defective swap pot there.
You cannot run from absolution.
Action is quite healthy. Really, you're duplicating the Sanctum Conservator a bunch of times. I guess could be worse for him. An ally strikes the strongest and weakest enemies one after the other. I actually have a plan here.
Finders keepers.
Let's use Victor's spell to remove the Ezreal spell shield first. This is the weakest enemy, so if I do this, action strikes both it and something else. Let's go for a couple of X-Core upgrades beforehand though.
Humankind must realize its full potential.
All in order to clear one of the opponent's units, or two of the opponent's units. Wait, it was not enough? Damn. Well, I'll do it on Viktor then. Restore a bunch of health. Immediately remove two of the opponent's units. Wait, where did I get the mana refund? Oh, Boomerang Blade had that specific power. That's good. Let's see if I hit the 50% Mystic Shot. No, no doubling dices from me, only for the opponent. Incredibly annoying.
This is justice.
Better than nothing, I suppose. We do that there. Let's clear that one as well. Now I have more effective swap pots, just in case the opponent's units get extremely buffed up. And I think I have everything under my control now. Like, what does the opponent even do here? Like, sure, he can try to deal damage to my face, but I have a 21 attacker with life steal, so it's not like that damage is going to stick. Ooh, that's a rather large Lonely Poro. Let's go for it. Oh, that was a bird. I don't need that card. Let's see what's inside the Barkali Barkeep. Battle Fury. That's a nice buff. Oh no! Look at all that damage that I'm going to take. If only there was a way to heal myself back up next turn. You know what? I can also play elusive units, opponent. How do you like that? Do I want to end this misery now, or should I just keep playing stuff? I'm going to keep playing stuff. I want to ensure that he dies next turn. Not exactly what I wanted. I wanted the overwhelm keyword on the action. Challenger, I suppose. Still wanted that overwhelm though. Alright then, let's pass the turn. The opponent's massive unit unfortunately gets frostbitten. Let's try to buff this one up. I don't even care about what keywords they hit because the game is more than over.
The bond breaks.
Another brilliant design.
And of course the Ezreal has to hit the doubling dice of the Ancient Malediction at least once before the game closes out. He had to rub that in one last time before the game ended. And I didn't hit the doubling dice on my Mystic Shot a single time throughout this entire run. I might have won the adventure, but somehow Ezreal still managed to sour my mood a little bit. It's fine. So yeah, that'll be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.